a cinematic, documentary-style narrative. In the quiet suburbs of Evergreen Heights, a mid-sized city nestled between the rolling hills of Northern California and the Pacific Coast, life moved at a measured pace. The kind of place where school bells still rang at exactly 8:15 a.m., where neighbors waved from driveways, and where the biggest scandal usually involved a disputed HOA fine. That changed on the morning of October 17, 2025. At 7:42 a.m., officers from the Evergreen Police Department responded to a wellness check at 1427 Maple Lane, a modest two-bedroom bungalow on a tree-lined street. The caller was the principal of Lincoln Middle School, concerned because Maya Patel, a 29-year-old 8th-grade English teacher, had not shown up for her first period class and was not answering calls or texts. Colleagues described her as reliable to a fault, never late, always prepared with lesson plans and a warm smile. What the officers found inside the house would haunt the department for years. Maya lay on the living room floor, her body positioned as if she had tried to crawl toward the front door. Multiple stab wounds marked her torso and arms, defensive injuries that told a story of struggle. The scene was not chaotic. Drawers were closed, furniture upright. Only a single overturned lamp and a shattered coffee mug suggested violence. Blood had pooled beneath her, dark against the light hardwood. A kitchen knife, still slick, rested a few feet away. No forced entry. The front door had been locked from the inside. Within hours, detectives identified the primary person of interest, Ryan Keller, Maya's boyfriend of 3 years. He was nowhere to be found. Maya Patel had arrived in the United States at age 12, when her parents moved from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, to pursue opportunities in Silicon Valley's shadow economy of support services. Her father worked as a software tester. Her mother ran a small catering business specializing in Gujarati vegetarian dishes. Maya grew up bilingual, ambitious, and quietly determined. She earned a scholarship to UC Davis, majored in English literature with a minor in education, and returned to Evergreen to teach, first at the elementary level, then moving to middle school where she felt she could make the biggest difference. Students remembered her vividly. She assigned novels that challenged them, books about identity, belonging, resilience. She stayed late for tutoring, organized poetry slams, and quietly paid for supplies when budgets ran dry. To her colleagues, she was the calm center of staff meetings, the one who mediated disputes with gentle humor. To her friends, she was loyal, introspective, occasionally guarded about her personal life. That personal life had changed dramatically in the 18 months before her death. Ryan Keller, 31, worked as a regional sales manager for a mid-tier tech firm. He was tall, charming in a practiced way, quick with compliments and quicker with excuses. They met at a charity run in spring 2022. Ryan had been running to network. Maya ran because she loved the rhythm of her feet on pavement. They started dating casually, then seriously. By late 2023, they were living together in the Maple Lane house, which Maya owned, purchased with help from her parents and years of careful saving. Friends later said the relationship seemed solid at first. Ryan was attentive, brought flowers, posted photos of them at wineries and beach sunsets. But cracks appeared. Ryan's job involved frequent travel. He was often away. When home, he grew distant, spending hours on his phone. Maya confided in her closest friend, Lena Morales, a fellow teacher, that Ryan had begun questioning her long hours at school, her weekend grading sessions, her close friendships. "He wants more of my time," Maya told Lena over coffee in August 2024. "But I love my job. It's who I am." Around the same time, Maya met Daniel Warwick. Daniel was 42, a self-made tech entrepreneur who had founded a cybersecurity startup in 2018 and sold it for 8 figures in 2023. He lived in a modern estate on the hills overlooking Evergreen, drove a restrained black SUV, and donated generously to local schools, including a new library wing at Lincoln Middle that opened in September 2025. Maya met him during the ribbon-cutting ceremony. He was there as a donor. She was there as a teacher giving a short speech about the power of stories. They spoke briefly. Daniel complimented her passion. She thanked him for the investment in education. Nothing more. But they crossed paths again at a community fundraiser in November 2024. This time they talked longer, about books, about the challenges of teaching in a post-pandemic world, about how technology could both connect and isolate. Daniel was divorced, no children, quietly philanthropic. Maya found him thoughtful, curious, respectful of boundaries. By early 2025, they were friends. Coffee meetings turned into dinners. Daniel never pushed. Maya never hid it from Ryan. She told him openly, "Daniel is a friend. He supports the school. That's all." Ryan did not believe her. Text messages recovered from Maya's phone painted a picture of escalating tension. Ryan accused her of changing, of being distracted. He monitored her location, questioned late nights she spent grading. In one heated exchange from March 2025, "Ryan, you're always with him now." "Maya, we had a school event. You were invited." "Ryan, I'm not stupid, Maya. I see how he looks at you." Maya began pulling away. She spent more nights at her parents' house, citing needing space. In June 2025, she told Ryan she wanted to end the relationship. He begged her to reconsider. She agreed to a trial separation. Ryan would move out temporarily, stay with a friend in the city. They would try counseling. But Maya had already begun to envision a different future. Daniel never asked her to leave Ryan. He simply listened. When she finally confided the full story in July 2025, he offered support without strings. "You deserve peace," he told her. They began dating quietly in August. Dinners in San Francisco, weekend hikes, evenings reading on his terrace with the city lights below. Maya told only a handful of people. She wanted to protect the new relationship from scrutiny, especially at school. But word spread in small circles. By September, Ryan knew. He confronted her on September 28 at the house. Neighbors later recalled raised voices, then silence. Ryan left that night. Maya changed the locks the next day. On October 16, the day before she died, Maya texted Lena. "Ryan came by today. He was calm. Too calm. Said he just wanted to talk. I let him in because I thought we could end things peacefully. He asked about Daniel. I told him it was serious now. He didn't yell. Just nodded and left. I feel relieved, scared, both." That was the last message she sent to anyone. The investigation moved quickly. Ryan's car was found abandoned at a long-term parking lot near San Francisco International Airport. His phone pinged off towers heading south before going dark. Credit card activity showed purchases in Tijuana 2 days later, gas, food, a cheap motel. But Ryan never crossed the border permanently. Detectives tracked him to a motel in Reno, Nevada, on October 22. He was arrested without incident, sitting on the bed staring at a photo of Maya on his phone. In custody, Ryan waived his right to silence almost immediately. His statement, delivered in a flat monotone, became the backbone of the prosecution's case. "I loved her," he told detectives. "More than anything. She was my future." Then he came along with his money, his house, his private jet stories. "She changed. She looked at me like I was nothing. I went to talk that night. To beg her to come back. She said it was over. Said she was happy now. Happy with him." He described picking up the kitchen knife, just to feel something. The argument escalated. Maya tried to leave the room. He blocked her. She pushed past him. He lost control. The stabbing lasted less than 90 seconds, according to the coroner's timeline. Afterward, he sat on the couch for nearly an hour, staring at her body, before cleaning his hands, locking the door, and leaving. He drove south, intending to disappear in Mexico. But guilt, or fear, turned him north instead. In Reno he waited, half expecting police, half hoping they wouldn't come. The trial began in March 2026 in Evergreen County Superior Court. The prosecution painted a portrait of obsessive jealousy, text messages, location tracking, witness accounts of Ryan's growing paranoia. The defense argued diminished capacity. Ryan suffered from untreated depression and anxiety, exacerbated by the breakup. No premeditation, they claimed. A crime of passion. The jury deliberated for 9 hours. On March 19, they returned a verdict, guilty of first-degree murder. Ryan Keller was sentenced to life without parole on April 15, 2026. He showed no emotion as the judge read the sentence. In the gallery, Maya's parents sat silently, holding hands. Daniel Warwick attended every day of the trial but spoke only once outside the courthouse, to a single reporter, She was kind. She was brilliant. She deserved a full life. In Evergreen Heights, the bungalow on Maple Lane was sold. The new owners painted the walls a soft blue and planted roses along the walkway. Lincoln Middle School established the Maya Patel Memorial Scholarship for students pursuing teaching careers. Each year, on the anniversary of her death, students and staff read her favorite poems in the new library wing. Words about hope, about second chances, about the courage to choose one's own path. Maya's story became a quiet cautionary tale in the community. That love, when poisoned by possession, can turn lethal. That wealth and status sometimes become scapegoats for deeper failures of character. That even in safe suburbs, darkness can hide behind closed doors. And that sometimes, the most ordinary lives hold the most extraordinary strength, until they don't.